Welcome to the Digg Podcast Series 5. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Time is going so quickly. I am your host, Caroline O'Neill, and if you've recently found the Digg Podcast, it means you're ready to embrace the challenging yet rewarding world of business. I'm not afraid to ask those entrepreneurs, leaders and visionaries just how they have achieved that success. We need to know. So join me as we are challenged and inspired on the Digg Podcast. If you enjoy an episode, please remember to screenshot and share on social, tagging Digg for Success so we can connect and I can reshare. I can't believe you're all sitting here in front of me. Thank you so much for believing in the Digg Podcast. I remember saying to Loney from B&L Productions during lockdown, when so much had happened to all of us, I was feeling lost, upset, scared, the same like a lot of you sitting here, but I was still full of passion and full of drive. And I said to him, I'd love to start a podcast. And I said it to him a few times over the next few months. And in October 2020, when we probably weren't supposed to be on the road, I can't even remember if we were allowed out, but he drove to my house with a microphone and earphones, ones he wasn't using anymore, not high tech, not anything fancy, and he said, just do it and stop talking about it. And I was like, I can't, I don't even know how to do this online. He's like, just get on Zoom, press record, and away you go. And sometimes we all need that person to cheer us on and to tell us that we can do it. So that's the ethos of the Digg Podcast. When you're listening, I want you to believe that you can do anything and that we can achieve it and we can get out of the fight through the challenges and that we can be the best at what we do. And that's why I love doing the Digg Podcast. But it wasn't all plain sailing. And I have my phone here and I hope this works. I was practicing last night. I took the swear words out before I played it to you all. But after my first podcast, this was the voice note that I sent Loney.
So we were like 10 minutes in, Loney, and guess what? I forgot to press record. And then I was like, this is all going to be wasted if I don't just tell her. So I told her and we went back to the start.
So it doesn't always go right in life and in business, and I know that not more than anyone because everyone here has had their challenges, but I kept going. I pressed record the next time, edited out the swear words, had my team behind me to say I could do it, and I want you to believe the Digg Podcast is your team. So every time you listen to it, hear us, hear the people that are speaking, and hear me tell you that I did it. I got over the challenges, and there's going to be lots more, but I believe everyone can. So welcome here today, and I just hope when you leave here that you have the self-belief and the fire in your belly to get out there and grab the opportunities with both hands. I would now like to talk about my partner. For the 10 weeks, I am partnering with Evolve. Now, Evolve, you're going to find out all about now, but it's founded by the powerhouse that is Mairead Mackle. Now, Mairead has been a guest on the podcast, right here beside me, before, and that's how our relationship started. That's how relationships start, just connecting in the smallest way. So everybody here today, there's great things can grow from the person you're sitting beside, from the person you take that picture with, from the person you just, smile at. There's definitely great things can happen from just those small things. But she said something to me in the podcast that has stuck with me ever since, and it's actually moulded everything that I do now and changed my life a wee bit. Treat your home as the most important department, because if it's not running right, then nothing will. And we're all doing this for our families, and I always think of her when things are stressful and I'm trying to figure out childcare and I'm trying to figure out how to get through things, and I think of Mairead and I'm like, no, I need to get them sorted first. Just like Brona yesterday, Mucha Kombucha, she got her wee man sorted and she's here today. So your home has to be running right too, and we can't forget about that. So thank you to Mairead for those wise words. As a working mum of 7 kids, she's very inspirational and someone I'm very honoured to have on this journey with me.
Thank you very much, Caroline, and I'm delighted to be here. Of course, supporting Caroline. I don't think I need that. Supporting Caroline and the Digg Podcast in the 5th series. And I think it's wonderful to be here at this amazing live event. Back to live events is fabulous. So my name is Caroline says Maria Mackle, and I am the CEO and founder of Tarsus Enterprises. And I'm also a mom of 7. As she said, I'm an investor, and I also am a passionate advocate for leadership and entrepreneurship. So Tarsus Enterprises is an organisation that houses a number of different companies, and it's made up of 3 main divisions. We have housing, healthcare, and renewables. So we have a number of companies within that organisation, like Home Care Independent Living, with Home Care Housing, Home Care Support, Callan Renewables, Milford Estates, and Fabrico, which is a modular building company that we have set up to sort out the shortage in housing that we're currently experiencing. And our vision as an organisation is to create, innovate, and regenerate. We work across the island of Ireland with a fabulous team of 1,200 people, and we provide 1 million hours of care every year. We provide 3,500 beds every single night for people in housing crisis. And we also provide our own green energy through biomass. But I think the key thing about our organisation is that we are held together by a common thread of social impact, because we're very passionate about using our business for doing good and to create a better world. And that's why we set up the Tarsus Foundation. And the Tarsus Foundation has really got 2 key focuses, and the focuses are kindness, first of all, both in business and in life, and also equality. So there are 2 key things. We're very passionate about supporting communities, people, and our planet. So the good thing about having the Tarsus Foundation is that we can fund and invest in projects that we're really passionate about, and that's where Evolve is one of our key things that we fund. So why Evolve? Well, I'm a firm believer in the power of female leadership, and research has shown that women will seek power to empower others. And for centuries, women have, I suppose, held families and communities together. And we do have a unique set of challenges, but equally on the other side, we have a unique set of leadership skills that I think are underappreciated. So I don't think it's women that need to change, but I think it's the society's perception and expectation of them that needs to change, where women and girls can be who and whatever they want without fear of judgment. But it's the men in our lives that we rely on to support us on this journey. It's the men who have historically used their power to break down the barriers. And in my experience, men want to be part of this conversation, and that's why we have a number of wonderful men as ambassadors for Evolve. So our mission at Evolve is to empower 100,000 women over the next 3 years by enabling them through inspiring, educating, and connecting them to each other, because we're very powerful when we're all together. Now, we know that we need more women on boards. The research shows we're good for business. It helps businesses grow and develop when the women are on our boards. We know that we need to channel more funding towards women-led businesses, because currently there's only between 1% and 2% of VC funding across the Ireland and UK that go to female founders. And we also know that women are not just a leadership force, but we're also an economic force, because Alison Rose has done a report through NatWest that shows that we can provide an extra £250 billion to the UK economy just by encouraging more female entrepreneurship. So the problem is, though, that I have found is that women don't see themselves as leaders, and that's where Evolve is going to come in. So we want to enable you to see yourselves as leaders. We want to work with both male and female leaders to help break down these barriers. So today we're very excited to launch our Evolve Academy, first intake in September. It'll run through to December, and we will have a mentorship, mentoring, all master classes, all those sort of things that will really help women to step into their own power. So our team are here today, so if you'd like to apply to be part of that, or you know some other woman that's starting a business would like to be part of that, we'd be delighted to have you. And you can also go on evolvewomen.org to apply. So I just want to end and say, have a wonderful day. I think it's great to be together. I'm really looking forward to hearing all the really inspiring stories. And I just finally want to thank Caroline for this amazing platform that she has created.
As always, thank you so much for joining me on the Digg Podcast. It's my absolute privilege to speak to thousands of you each week. If you want to connect and become part of the Digg community, then follow Digg for Success on social media or sign up to our email list on diggforsuccess.com. Until next week, just remember, this is your time to drive your business forward.